What's going on, everyone? TallenV back here, and today we are going to go over how every single person right now can actually go ahead and play in the closed beta for Dragon Ball Legends. Now, there are a few things you're going to need, and some things that if you have that will not work. I'm going to go over real quick and answer all the questions real quick because this way does work. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for me though, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But anyway, let's get into how in the world can you jump into the Dragon Ball Legends beta if you did not get an invite from Bandai. This is like the closed beta going on right now. Call it an alpha, call it whatever you want basically, but nonetheless, many people have been getting into the game. A lot of people have been playing. A lot of people are having a lot of fun, so it's really cool. So anyways, I'm going to go through all the steps that you can do right now, and then we'll get through there. So first off, Arenzi over on DBZ Space. Shout out to you, man, for doing this. He basically posted a link here on his Twitter page, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on it, and it takes you over, and he has a dirty invite essentially. It's just, since this is only for Android and everything, it's all legit now and all that kind of stuff. But since it's only around for 3 days, he gives us the APK file, and again, only on Android. So all you need to do is really just download it. So you go here and you go ahead and say click the get the APK file. It's going to download essentially, and then what's going to happen is that it will pop up in your downloads right here. Oops. Right here. So this is the one I downloaded right here. As you can see, it was at 4:58 p.m. Japan time, right? So I got home from work and everything like that, so that's pretty cool. Go ahead and open it, and what's going to happen is that you have to then have an emulator. This is on your computer, obviously. If you have an Android phone yourself, then I'm sure you can just go ahead and open it right there. No harm, no foul, or anything like that. But bottom line, so I jumped in on my emulator. By the way, for anyone wondering what emulator I'm using Nox, a very common emulator for Android stuff. Just literally Google Android emulators for PC and just pick whichever one you want. So Nox is the one I use if I ever have to use other programs I need to make videos on and everything like that. However, I come into a bit of a situation real quick where I will hit touch the screen, and it will ask you to accept this all stuff. It also asks you at the very beginning when you open up the app for the first time to pick the language and everything, which you can change on the fly if you want. And then it's going to ask me to do select character illustration quality to download. And obviously the light version is meant to be for those who maybe don't have as much data and everything and they're expecting to be on your phone. However, I'm on a computer, so I can hit the high or light. I've done both already, so I've done literally every single combination, even choosing different voice character or voice, like English and having the language in like Chinese or something like that, because you have that choice at the very beginning. None of these work for me, but anyway, so for example, hit high res, and it's gonna start connecting down here. So as that continues to go on though, it will keep telling me that, oh, there's a communication error and you cannot get in. And I have done literally everything. I have even created a separate player to go up with it as well during this instance manager setting here, where I can have multiple windows of Nox open at the same time. I've tried doing that. I've gone in, I've turned certain setting offs, including roots and everything like that. Nothing is working for me. I've obviously reset the app tons of times. I've reset the entire emulator itself, and absolutely nothing will work no matter what I do. So this is where I personally get to. I know I have seen a few other people say that they're kind of stuck where I am as well, but many other people using the exact same program, using the exact same method that I simply just showed you here, have been able to get into the closed beta, play the game for whatever it is, and you can go ahead and do that. So if you happen to have an emulator, by the way, Nox, for example, can work on both Mac and a PC. Obviously, with emulators, you gotta be a little careful sometimes. It's simply in terms of, is it gonna be kind of laggy and such, depending on, there's the communication error, by the way. So, depending on, how much RAM and CPU power and stuff like that do you have in whatever system you have to be using, just keep that in mind. And obviously, if your phone is not that strong, you won't be able to play this game. So just keep that in mind. Again, we'll have to see if there are updates made to it, or maybe I can try this in the morning or something like that. But as of right now, at about 8 to 10 p.m. Japan time on Friday night, this is not working right now for me personally. But like I said before, tons of my friends are using the exact same emulator, PCs that are way less, not as strong as mine, and yeah, so this is being able to go. So anyway, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, have you been able to get into this closed beta via this way, or did you actually get the email yourself and you've been playing the game? What are your thoughts on everything? I know everyone's going through like the honeymoon stage of it and everything like that, so we'll have to see what happens, what changes from the beta and everything, or this closed beta going into the second closed beta, and then maybe there's some kind of open beta. We're not really sure. One last thing real quick, the summoning materials, I guess, or something like that. They're called crystals, apparently. There have been some reports, instances of where they will disappear if you get some, and then you close the app. All you apparently have to do is you have to go back into the app, and it will say like, oh no, you lost them all and everything like that, even though nothing of this is going to carry over to the full game, so technically you really shouldn't be freaking out that badly. But anyway, so when you go back into the game and it'll say you have 0, go into, like, I guess a story quest or find a way to earn another crystal. There's apparently tons of ways to do it. And the moment you earn that crystal, your old ones will come back that you lost, essentially. So, again, if anyone's asking that in the comments below, then you clearly have not watched the end of this video. So, anyway, guys, again, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments as always. Until next time, everyone, I'll see you all in the next one.